When I think about God's heart for the world, I think about my wife and our marriage, and really over the last 10 years, as I've fallen in love with her, I've began to love some of the things that she loves, and I've taken on the things that sort of orbit her heart. They've began to be the things that orbit my heart. And when we look at God's heart for the world, I think it's simply Christians looking and saying, God, if this is what you love, that's a big enough reason for me to begin to get involved.
For those coming out of a short-term mission experience, a Perspectives in the World Christian Movement course, or something like that, a lot of times we're just asking our questions, where do I go next?
Start out with learning. Man, before we can really be involved in God's heart for the world, we gotta be educated about it and learn about it, learn the needs in the world, and then learn about God's word, how He views missions.
You have to go in with it with a humble attitude almost, and start all over. When I started taking Perspectives, I felt like a baby Christian all over again.
Praying, it's so simple, and we don't even think about the impact that we could have. But the Lord uses prayer to open doors that otherwise would not be opened by any other means.
We have the ability to take our petitions and put them at the feet of the living God, and He listens to them and He acts on them.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be on the front lines of what the Lord is doing to the ends of the earth to spread His glory to all nations? And it's just us being used as instruments, as His hands and feet right on the front lines.
We've been teaching English, guitar, computers. Some other short-term teams have come in and taught karate, cooking.
Sending is just really saying, man, how can we be those people who are holding the rope for those people who are going out to the ends of the earth?
Sending care packages or even just writing letters. You feel as if you're there. I mean, you're not just on the periphery of giving money or seeing them every 4 years.
Welcoming Internationals is just kind of taking advantage of the doors that the Lord has opened to just really reach the nations that are even right here. And just, we don't even have to go anywhere.
If I meet one person from another country and make them feel that there's one person in the United States that cared for them, that I feel like I've done exactly what God's asked me to do.
Mobilizing is just this idea of giving people a bigger vision to live their lives for, and really helping them to understand what God's heart is so that they can kind of see what His heart is, what He's working for, and they can be working for that same thing themselves.
We're called to go and make Him known among the nations, and so mobilization is a way that we can unleash that in people.
What's genius about boiling it down to these 6 ways is now it gives every believer very specific disciplines that they can begin to incorporate into their life.
The Lord is doing something that's amazing. He's writing a story that's huge.
And we're living out our obedience to Christ, and in so doing, the church, universal, capital C, is being built wherever that gospel's sown. That changes people. And plugging into the different ways to be a part of that begins the journey that really, it's like becoming attractions.